What really happens inside your body when adults over 60 take this oil every single day? It is not hype or folklore. This simple habit can support healthier arteries, smoother blood flow, and a calmer heart rhythm over time. In this video, you will learn what this oil does at a cellular level, why aging bodies respond differently, and how daily use may quietly improve heart and circulation health. As the body moves past 60, the cardiovascular system begins to behave differently, even in people who feel generally healthy. These changes are gradual and often silent, which is why they are easy to overlook. Blood flow does not suddenly stop working well. Instead, it becomes less efficient year by year, shaped by decades of wear, repair, and adaptation. Arteries that were once elastic and responsive slowly lose flexibility. When you are younger, blood vessels expand and contract easily to meet the body's demands. With age, the vessel walls tend to stiffen. This stiffness means blood has a harder time moving smoothly, especially during physical activity or temperature changes. The heart must push harder to circulate blood through narrower and less responsive pathways, increasing overall strain. Another factor is the inner lining of blood vessels, known as the endothelium. This lining plays a critical role in signaling vessels to relax or tighten. Over time, endothelial function often declines. That makes it harder for the body to regulate blood pressure and blood flow efficiently. Even small disruptions here can affect how oxygen and nutrients reach muscles, the brain, and vital organs. Inflammation also becomes more common with age. Low-grade chronic inflammation can interfere with normal blood vessel function and encourage plaque buildup inside arteries. This process does not always cause immediate symptoms, but it slowly alters circulation patterns. Blood may move more sluggishly, particularly to the hands, feet, and lower legs. Hormonal changes add another layer. Certain hormones that support vessel flexibility and circulation naturally decrease with age. When combined with reduced activity levels, changes in diet, and slower metabolism, circulation efficiency can drop further. These shifts explain why many adults over 60 notice colder extremities, quicker fatigue during walking, or a sense that their heart is working harder than it used to. None of this means decline is inevitable. It means the cardiovascular system now needs more deliberate support. Understanding why blood flow changes is the first step toward choosing habits that help the heart and vessels work more smoothly again. The oil discussed in this video is not a medication, and it is not a miracle cure. It is a natural fat that contains compounds the body already recognizes and uses, especially within the cardiovascular system. What makes this oil relevant for adults over 60 is how its structure and nutrients interact with aging blood vessels and heart tissue. This oil is rich in specific fatty acids that play a role in maintaining cell membranes. Every blood vessel and every heart cell is wrapped in a membrane that controls what enters and leaves. As the body ages, these membranes can become less flexible and less efficient. The fatty acids in this oil help support membrane fluidity, allowing cells to respond better to signals that regulate blood flow and vessel relaxation. Another important component is its natural anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic low-level inflammation is one of the main drivers of arterial stiffness and circulation problems in older adults. Compounds found in this oil can help calm inflammatory pathways, reducing stress on vessel walls. This does not happen overnight, but with consistent daily intake, the internal environment of the bloodstream can shift toward balance rather than irritation. This oil also supports the production of molecules involved in vasodilation, the process that allows blood vessels to widen when more blood is needed. When vessels widen more easily, blood moves with less resistance. That means the heart does not have to work as hard to deliver oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. For aging hearts, even small reductions in workload can make a meaningful difference over time. Absorption is another reason this oil matters. Unlike some nutrients that struggle to be absorbed as digestion slows with age, this oil is readily taken up by the body. It integrates smoothly into daily metabolism, making it a practical choice for long-term use. The value of this oil is not about dramatic short-term effects. It lies in how it supports fundamental biological processes that quietly weaken with age. By reinforcing what the body already does naturally, it helps create conditions where healthier blood flow and heart function are easier to maintain. When this oil is taken daily, its influence on the cardiovascular system builds slowly and steadily. The effects are subtle at first, which is why many people underestimate its value. Circulation does not improve in dramatic bursts. Instead, the body begins adjusting how blood moves through the arteries, especially in areas that are most affected by age. One of the earliest changes happens within the artery walls themselves. Over time, consistent intake supports better vessel responsiveness. Arteries become more capable of relaxing when blood flow needs increase, such as during walking, climbing stairs, or even digestion. This improved responsiveness reduces resistance inside the vessels, allowing blood to travel with less effort. As circulation becomes smoother, oxygen delivery improves. Muscles and organs rely on a steady supply of oxygen to function efficiently. When blood moves more freely, tissues receive what they need without delay. This can contribute to a feeling of improved stamina or reduced heaviness in the legs during daily activities. Daily use also supports healthier blood viscosity. As the body ages, blood can become thicker and less efficient at flowing through narrow vessels. Certain components of this oil help maintain a balanced blood consistency, making it easier for blood to pass through small capillaries. This is especially important for circulation in the hands, feet, and lower legs. Another important effect involves microcirculation. These are the smallest blood vessels, responsible for delivering nutrients at a cellular level. Aging often affects these vessels first. By supporting vessel lining function and reducing internal stress, daily intake can help microcirculation remain active and responsive. Over weeks and months, these changes compound. Blood pressure responses may become more stable. Sudden spikes or drops can become less frequent as vessels adapt more smoothly to the body's needs. This does not replace medical care, but it can complement healthy routines already in place. The key point is consistency. Taking this oil occasionally does very little. When used daily, it supports the natural mechanics of circulation that tend to weaken with age. Over time, arteries and blood flow can function in a more relaxed, efficient, and balanced way. The heart is more than a pump. It is a responsive muscle that adapts constantly to the condition of the blood vessels it serves. As circulation changes with age, the heart often compensates by working harder or beating less efficiently. Daily use of this oil can help support the environment the heart depends on to function smoothly. One of the primary ways this oil supports the heart is by reducing internal strain. When blood vessels are stiff or narrowed, the heart must generate more force to move blood forward. Over time, this added effort can affect rhythm and endurance. By helping vessels stay more flexible, the oil indirectly eases the workload placed on the heart with each beat. Inflammation plays a major role in heart stress, especially in older adults. Low-grade inflammation can interfere with normal electrical signaling that keeps the heartbeat steady. Compounds in this oil help calm inflammatory activity within the bloodstream. This creates more stable conditions for heart cells to communicate and contract in a coordinated way. Another important factor is blood pressure regulation. The heart relies on balanced pressure to maintain an efficient rhythm. Daily intake of this oil can support healthier pressure responses by improving vessel relaxation and responsiveness. This does not force pressure up or down. Instead, it helps the system adjust more smoothly to daily demands such as movement, stress, or rest. Energy efficiency is also affected. When the heart does not have to push against resistance, it uses oxygen more effectively. This can reduce the feeling of chest fatigue or shortness of breath during routine activity. Over time, a more efficient heart rhythm supports endurance and recovery. There is also an effect on nighttime heart function. Many adults over 60 notice irregular heartbeat sensations when resting or trying to sleep. Improved circulation and reduced inflammation can help calm these sensations, supporting a steadier rhythm during rest. The benefit of this oil is not about forcing change. It is about creating supportive conditions. When blood flow improves and internal stress decreases, the heart is free to do what it is designed to do naturally. With consistent daily use, this support can contribute to a calmer, more reliable heart rhythm over time. As this oil becomes part of a daily routine, many adults over 60 begin noticing changes that feel practical rather than dramatic. These shifts tend to show up in everyday moments, not as sudden transformations, but as quiet improvements in how the body responds to normal demands. One of the most common observations is a change in circulation to the hands and feet. People often report that their fingers feel warmer or that their feet no longer feel cold as quickly. This can be a sign that blood is moving more efficiently through smaller vessels that tend to struggle with age. Improved circulation at the extremities suggests that the system as a whole is working with less resistance. Energy levels may also feel more stable. When blood flow improves, oxygen delivery becomes more consistent. This helps muscles work with less fatigue and reduces the heavy or sluggish feeling that can appear during walking or light exercise. Some people notice they recover faster after activity, even if their overall routine has not changed. Another noticeable shift can involve endurance. Climbing stairs, standing for longer periods, or moving through daily tasks may feel less taxing. This does not mean strength suddenly increases. Instead, the body becomes more efficient at supplying what muscles need, allowing movement to feel smoother and more controlled. Some adults notice changes in how their body responds to temperature. Cold environments may feel more tolerable, and sudden chills may occur less often. This reflects improved circulation and better regulation of blood flow throughout the body. There can also be a sense of calm within the chest. While this oil is not a treatment for heart conditions, improved blood flow and reduced internal stress can lead to fewer sensations of pounding or fluttering during rest. This can be especially noticeable at night when the body is quiet and awareness is heightened. Over time, these small changes add up. Daily comfort improves, confidence in movement increases, the body feels less reactive and more balanced. These observations vary from person to person, but they share a common theme. When circulation and heart support improve gradually, daily life begins to feel easier and more reliable. At this point, it is important to clearly name the oil being discussed. The oil is extra virgin olive oil. This is not a supplement trend or a specialty product. It is a traditional, widely studied oil with strong links to heart and circulation health, especially in older adults. Extra virgin olive oil works best when used daily in moderate amounts. Consistency matters far more than taking large doses. 1 to 2 tablespoons per day is commonly used in research and real-world routines. This amount allows the body to benefit from its fatty acids and protective compounds without placing stress on digestion. Taking extra virgin olive oil with food is usually the easiest and most comfortable approach. Adding it to vegetables, grains, or protein-based meals supports absorption and reduces stomach discomfort. Some people prefer taking it earlier in the day to support circulation during activity, while others include it with their main meal. What matters most is choosing a time that can be repeated every day. Quality makes a difference. Extra virgin olive oil should be cold-pressed and minimally processed. These qualities preserve compounds that support blood vessel function and reduce inflammation. Storing the oil in a cool, dark place helps maintain its effectiveness over time. Starting slowly is wise. If the body is not used to daily oils, beginning with a smaller amount allows digestion to adjust. Over time, tolerance improves and consistency becomes easier. Drinking enough water and staying gently active helps circulation respond more effectively to nutritional support. Certain individuals should take extra care. Adults using blood-thinning medications or managing complex heart conditions should speak with a healthcare professional before making daily changes. This is not because extra virgin olive oil is unsafe, but because it influences how the body manages blood flow. Supporting heart and blood flow health after 60 does not require extreme routines or complicated plans. Small daily habits often create the most lasting benefits. Using extra virgin olive oil consistently can support smoother circulation, reduce strain on the heart, and help the body work more efficiently over time. If this information helped you better understand your health, stay connected to this channel for clear, practical guidance focused on aging with strength, balance, and confidence.